What's up, guys? It's Becca is here, and we got Beyblade Burst Rise, episode 21. Episode 21, Ultimate Creation Eclipse Genesis. So let's get into it. Okay, so this episode starts off with Gwyn. He's doing his math, and yeah, and then he's like, why did Dante cheer for Delta when he won? Because they're friends. And he's like, why didn't Dante cheer for me when I won? Because he lost, Gwen. Why would Dante cheer for you if he lost in episode 19? Why would he cheer for you again? Why would he cheer for you? And then and then he has a Eclipse Genesis moment. He has that Royal Genesis moment where Genesis is like, Gwyn, I want to evolve you even further. But then he's like, you want to evolve me even further? And he's like, if I beat Delta, would Dante cheer for me? No, he would cheer for Delta. Or he would cheer for you. I don't know. But I just noticed that why would Dante cheer for him if Dante lost? That would make no sense. So yeah, then we see Arthur, and he's getting mad that he lost the Delta, and then he goes on a plane, and he's like, Gwyn must join Inferno, and yeah, then we see Flumia, who's pretending to be on a train journey, and he keeps taking snapshots of himself, and he's like, "What?" When he sees a picture, and then we get back to the victories gym where the victories are like, where Dante's like, Armin, you gotta do your move like Delta, you gotta launch like Delta and Devil, but then Armin's like, a Shinja's not Devil. He can't do the exact same move. But he's like, please do it for me. And then they're like, when he shows his way Delta does it, they're like, why is he's doing it like Delta can. And yeah, of course he can. Of course he can. Didn't you hear him? And yeah, then we get to the battle, and then we get to the Tango says Joe's battle. It's really like a fire in Delta in both of them, and then we get to theme song, title card, and then we get into the episode where Gwyn is making his new Genesis, where he's like, where he calls it Eclipse Genesis or Big Bang Genesis in Japan, and yeah, and then Arthur's like, Eclipse, that's a good name for the bay, and he's like, I want to battle you, and he's like, here's my Eclipse Genesis, and yeah, he lets it rip. Gwyn tries a new launch, and yeah, which is probably gonna be the thumbnail of the video. So yeah, Gwyn Apocalypse says, go and blast, fire, blast, and tries to burst Genesis, but then Gwyn's like, because of the Eclipse armor, Genesis can't burst. So yeah, and then we see Genesis' avatar, which I totally do not like. I do not like Genesis' avatar one bit. This is what Eclipse Genesis's avatar looks like, and I totally do not like it because all Gwyn did, I may be wrong, but all Gwyn did was put the hybrid driver on and make it purple. So shouldn't it be like a Royal Genesis? Oh, anyway. Gwyn uses Eclipse, Whip, or Big Bang Slash in Japan, and bursts Apocalypse. So yeah, then he's like, you should put on the here's the Eclipse armor, and he puts on Apocalypse, and he's like, wow, it fits. And he's like, and then Gwyn's like, with the Eclipse armor, Apocalypse will never burst again. So, yeah. Then we get into the second part of the episode, which, by the time of this recording, has not been, released. So yeah. Then as Dante and Armin are training, Volt's like, yo, and yeah, Volt's like, yo, and then he turns on wait. And then he talks about the new stadium, and then Dante and Armin are battling when Arthur comes in, and then it's like it's Burst Dragon and Apocalypse, Burst Dragon and Shindra, and then Arthur's like, and he's like, whoa, that's a new Bay. He evolved Apocalypse, because they don't know about Apocalypse's new system, new armor. So yeah, and then quote from each guy, why does this guy always have to be here or something? And then Armin challenges Inferno the victories to a match where he said it will be him, Blint, and Gwyn, and everyone's shocked, including Dante. He's like, Gwyn? Why? And yeah, then Volt and Ichika, Dante, wait, not Dante, Ichika. Taka and Ichika are like, you should go. No, you should go. Then Volt's like, hey, and then we see Delta, and Delta's like, he's like, one bow, Dante, and they let it rip. Then we see Dante go gold. But then they both do. But then Dante's like, but we see Dragon's Avatar, Devil's Avatar, and they both use their respective moves, meaning Wing Recoil and Master Upper. But then Dragon bursts. But they're like, Dragon burst. That means, but then before talking can finish, Delta's like, okay, I'll join the victory. And that means Delta has joined the victories. And that's how the episode ends. I kind of have a problem with this episode. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that there's problems. One, with Gwyn thinking that Dante cheered for, why Dante didn't cheer for him when he won, because he lost, and also with Gwyn, and also with Armin, with Ichika and Taka, talking about why Armin is gonna launch like Delta, and also 3, Genesis's avatar. It should not look like a humanoid Beyblade avatar. It should look like the way it looked like with Royal Genesis. That's the big problem. This episode's good, but that's the big problem. So, is this episode bad? No, it's not. But there are some problems with the episode. I've never said there's a problem with any Beyblade Burst Rise episode, because every Beyblade Rise episode has been good so far, but there are some problems with this episode. I may have different opinions. You guys can think what you want, but there are problems with this episode for me. For me, there are problems with this episode. So, I do recommend this episode. I do. I usually don't recommend Beyblade Rise episodes, but this time I'm doing a recommendation. I do recommend you watch it. But do I recommend it, like, saying, hey, you should watch the episode because it's good? No. This episode does have problems, like with Genesis' avatar, with Dante, with Gwyn thinking that Dante would cheer for him if he lost. If Dante, why Gwyn cheered for Delta, when Dante cheered for Delta and not him? Why Dante cheered for Delta when Delta won, but not when Gwyn won? That's the problem. Because Gwyn. So if you want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that. But this has been another episode of Beckham Media. Beckham New York. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in Shining a Shindra. Fist bump. Blow it up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.